Hi, Purpose Partner. Welcome to another episode of Rise to Your Purpose, a personal and spiritual development podcast for female entrepreneurs with a mission. We are your hosts, Brandie and Natalie.
We are founders of Victorious Entrepreneurs Rising, where we guide women to build profitable businesses online through diversifying your income, using kingdom principles in marketing, and operating in a spirit of rest so that you can create kingdom impact.
After this episode, be sure to join our Purpose Partner Facebook community and get your copy of our Rise to Your Purpose devotional so we can continue to serve you as we partner together in our faith and business. Let's dive into today's episode. Hey, friends and Purpose Partners, welcome to another episode of Rise to Your Purpose. I am so excited to have a special guest on today, Denise Romney. Denise is from Southern Indiana, so we're actually both Indiana girls. She's been married for 22 years. She has 5 boys. I love being boy mamas. She entered into the world of entrepreneurship during her first pregnancy, and then when she realized that sitting in a cubicle all day and letting someone else play with her baby all day was not what she wanted. I mean, literally, who can not relate to that story, right? She's been in the network marketing ever since, and it took her 4 different companies to find the one that was right for her. So I'm so excited for us to dive into that faith journey that she went on. And then she also has built 2 of them to the top position and is now opening up a coaching program to help other women grow faster than ever using social media. So today we're going to be diving into her journey in the network marketing space, what she's doing now to help women grow. And then we're also going to be giving you guys some really juicy nuggets and tidbits on how to build and automate your system. Build your business in an automated fashion for $100 or less a month. So we're so excited to come here and just share. There's gonna be so many good nuggets in this podcast. So Denise, welcome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, Brandie. Yeah, everybody grab your pen, grab your paper.
Yes.
If you're driving and listening to this or something, that's fine. You can replay it, but I hope to just really pour into you all and give you some tips because I know what it's like, busy mom trying to build a business, especially if you're doing it online. Like we do this to stay home with our kids, work with our kids, be more present, but yet sometimes we find ourselves consumed with it. So automating and time blocking and stuff like that is key to make sure that you really continue to stay with your focus, faith and family and build your financial future as well.
Amen to that. I love it all. So I'm really excited. Let's dive into your just journey in network marketing and how God just kind of weaved you in and out until you found like your home.
Okay. Well, I mean, probably first to start with my mom. She was an entrepreneur. She was always doing stuff at home when I was a little girl, but she was home. She was present, like, baking the bread, making the
Yep.
cookies. We had a farm and
Love
and
it.
I just always dreamed and envisioned my life kind of like that too. And didn't really think a lot of it until I was already pregnant and I was like, I didn't build that. Like
Yeah.
that isn't where I was happening. And then addiction caused some problems in my marriage, my first marriage, and ended in divorce. And I actually had creditors knocking on my door and repossessing one of my cars.
Oh, wow.
So it was really, really hard at that time. And I was thinking I was never going to be that stay-at-home mom that I wanted to be. And network marketing was like, I always say I drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Like I watched the videos and I went
Yep.
to some of the events and I was like, yes, this is going to be it. This is going to be my answer. And I am super glad I said yes because every step, every yes took me closer to the next best yes.
Right.
It gave me different skills. I have been in 4 different companies and each one gave me courage and, helped me with more confidence and tools and all of the things that we have to have, even the relationships, right? Building the relationships, learning how to do things. But my third company I was in, I was there for 16 years. I did get all the way up, built all the way to the top rank, was super proud of myself. It's like 1% or 0.001% make it there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a 1%er. And it felt super good. But the next 5 years, I was barely making it, like keeping it just steady, let alone growing it. And I'm sure there's lots of factors that come into that, but I just knew it was time to do something a little different. There's so many good companies out there.
Yep.
sometimes the new one's good, sometimes the older ones are good. It doesn't even matter. There's different kinds of products. You just have to find what you're really passionate about. My field happens to be health and wellness. And when I knew it was time to go, God just kept giving me that nudge, just like that pounding in the
Yep.
heart that makes you can't stop thinking about it and you obsess about it. I'm not one of those people that obsesses about thinking about things all the time.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
had a conversation and I forgot it before I
Right.
walked
Yep.
out. I mean, I got the mommy brain. So this is something that I was like obsessed about. And I really wanted to be able to build my network marketing business more at home on
Hmm.
social media. And thank goodness, like a lot of companies were scrambling in 2020 to pivot into that because they
Hmm.
were home-based businesses. I wanted one that already had that. So I started doing something we call social retail. And it's been a game changer. And I just promised myself if I ever learned how to do it and I figured it out, I was going to teach other people how to do that
Hmm.
too. I don't care what company they're in. I don't,
Right.
if they love where they're at and they're happy, they're happy. But there might be some things that their leadership is missing that
Hmm.
they haven't figured out yet. And I'm happy to tell. I'm happy. Like everyone should
Right.
have advantage. When it comes to especially working on social media, there's no lack of people to talk to.
Right.
There's a million people selling makeup, hair care, I don't know, clothing. It doesn't matter. There's still a lot of people
Hmm.
making significant income. And so why not share how to do it? Why make
Exactly.
people like kind of struggle through it?
Right.
So after leaving my last business, the first month I replaced my income. The second month I doubled it, and it's just continuing to grow. So I just been really excited and knowing that it really works and just showing some systems to people. So that's what the
Hmm.
new, in the summer we'll be launching our coaching program and teaching people like how to do that. More courses, intimate group settings that
Hmm.
I like show you what it looks like and all the things.
Yeah. That is awesome, Denise. And I think that's such a great point to make, like, right? When God places something on our heart, we just need to be obedient and let him deal with the results. Like we're supposed to hear, execute on where he's called us to, and then he's the God of victory and the God of results. And so I think a lot of times there's this stigma in network marketing where you're like, you are stuck to your company, but it really is, it's no different than if you were in corporate or in retail or wherever like your industry is. People job hop all the time. People like grow and they're in seasons and they're placed in a specific place for a season for that opportunity for growth, for the impact that they're supposed to make, and then it's time to move on. Like we're not
Mhm.
meant to be trees stuck in one place, right? We are not trees. We can move. And
Right.
so for anybody listening, I just want you, if you're feeling that on your heart, but you're also feeling that like tug of like, oh, people are gonna blah blah blah, right? If I change, well, is pleasing people or pleasing God better? So I just want to encourage somebody because I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there listening who just is ready to take the next step, but there's some fear or anxiety holding them back. And I just want to encourage you, like if God's calling you to do something, take that leap of faith and he's gonna catch you and he's gonna give you that favor, just like he's done for Denise. Um,
Well,
so
and that
moving
makes
on.
me
Okay,
Well,
go
that makes
ahead.
me think the loyalty really lies to your family, not to a company, not to a
Right.
brand, not to a product.
Mm-hmm.
It is to your family. Your family is the one that you're trying to serve ultimately.
Right.
And we're blessed that we get to serve others usually in this business. I mean, really sales is service.
Yes.
So you have to have that servant heart, but your loyalty becomes to your family. And if you can serve and take care and provide for your family better, then that's what you have to
Mm-hmm.
do. And I will share, like I said, it was like obsessed. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I remember praying and I said, "Dear God, please just give me a stupor of thought if I'm not supposed to do this so I can move on and not be distracted."
Yeah.
And I never have problems sleeping. That night I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. That was the first thing on my mind. And every morning, or I should say every night at 2 a.m., I
Mm-hmm.
woke up until I made that decision. Like
Wow.
it would not cease, and everybody, the spirit's going to talk to you different and
Mm-hmm.
however that works. But I knew that that was an abnormal thing for me. And I knew that was the Lord speaking.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a
That's
leap of
awesome.
faith. You guys can do it. Like you'll figure out how he talks to you and do what
Mm-hmm.
you need to do for your family.
Yeah, that's so true. Yep. Okay, let's dive into your coaching program and systems and how you're going to be serving women with those two things.
Okay. So, and we'll go into this in detail in the coaching systems and everything. But first, I'll give you a little strategy that you can start using today,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we have
Yes.
to continue to build our social media following. We also have to get people noticing us. And we already know consistency is king. And we have to do
Mm-hmm.
that. And we have to show up with our message and who we're talking to. But if you want people to really notice you, especially I find this on Instagram, you've got to go out and searching for them.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously can use hashtags and hope you show up,
Right.
but I'm not in, like, I don't just post and pray. Like, I
Right.
go get to work. So the strategy I use is I call 3, 2, 1. And I learned this from Jasmine Star, who's I'm a big fan of. But she said you do 3 likes,
Mm-hmm.
then 2 comments, and then if you're not already following, follow them.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1. Because how many times have you had someone like follow you and then comment on all your stuff? And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
weird. No,
Yeah.
like really go ahead and pre-qualify these people. Like, can you serve them?
Yeah.
Can you help them in some way? Do you feel like your product, service, or business can help them? So by really looking, you can three of them you like, 2 you comment on. You actually, that's 5 posts. You kind
Mm-hmm.
of know a little bit about them now, their family, their work, their
Right.
values, something like that. Do you really want to follow them? Can you add value? Then follow. Now, if you're already following them, go into their story flow and try and
Mm-hmm.
like ask a question or comment, because that gets you in their DMs.
Yeah.
If there's not a story flow and you want to get in DM, then 1 could stand for DM, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 3, 2, 1, like a
Right.
rocket. And then
Love
you're
it.
building authentic, real relationships with people that you are actually connecting with. You
Mm-hmm.
don't need everybody. You don't need anybody.
Right.
You need the right person, values, connection. You want your right tribe. So
Yeah.
that's one of my strategies that you can just use right away that works for me. And people will start following you and you'll build great
Mm-hmm.
relationships.
How
Can
long
be
do
done
you
in
spend doing that?
about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You can get a lot done. I mean, right away if that's your vibe. I mean, it's
Right.
really easy. It's like my ideal clients are women. I don't even,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a man, I'm moving on, right?
Right.
If they're never even there and they are not even posting and they haven't posted for 3 months, well, I teach social retail. If they're
Yeah.
trying to build a business and they're never on social, moving on,
Right.
right? So you can do it fairly quickly. I don't have a number per se of connections I'm trying to make per day, but if I can get a good 20 minutes and I'm super happy, I'll set the timer, turn off all notifications on my phone, and just crush it,
Right.
right?
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I am sure, oh my gosh, Brandie, I'm telling me you're probably like this. In network marketing, it's like follow up, follow up, follow up,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Everyone knows that sales happen between 5 and 12,
Yep.
but it could
Now
be
it
a
might be
much
even
more.
more. Yeah.
I actually did it here just the other day. Statistically, it's almost at 20 now,
Yeah.
because there's so much going on in social media, noise is so loud, and
Mm-hmm.
people are just so distracted. Plus, people are being more conscious of how
Mm-hmm.
they spend their dollars.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
Yep.
We all know the price of gas and food has gone up, even electricity,
Mm-hmm.
like we are really want to know, will it fill a need? Will it make my life better in some way? If I can
Mm-hmm.
do that, then I'm going to still buy.
Yep.
So they're there and there's plenty of them, but we have to help them realize that. So
Right.
more follow up. But the problem is you get fatigued,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only do you get fatigued, you start overthinking it. You're like, oh, I've already reached out to them like
Yeah.
8 times and they haven't even responded. What am I going to do now? How am I going to do it without being weird? And it's because we've already followed up with 10 or 20 people using probably same message, maybe a promo's running or something, you got an offer,
Mm-hmm.
a good reason to reach out. I will say that I, in my head, always think if they haven't responded, it's only because they don't want to say no.
Yeah.
If everyone's an adult and knows how to say no. If they didn't want it, like, you can leave them off the hook sometimes, but if they
Right.
don't want it, they're going to say no thanks or take me off the
Right.
list, right? So
Yeah.
I know that they're just waiting for the right opportunity, the right timing, the right promo.
Yeah.
So, but I get fatigued. I get
Yes.
fatigued copying, pasting, texting 20. Even if you're texting 20 customers, following up with 20, that is 40, and that takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I use two different softwares. These are the ones that I pay for. I do have some links if you guys want discounts, so
Yep. We'll put
I'll give
those
them to
in
you,
the show
Brandie.
notes. Yeah.
Okay. So Project Broadcast is a
Mm-hmm.
texting platform. It's phenomenal. It's $15 a month. You probably won't need much more than that. I have hundreds of customers and I'm still using that package most of the time, but I can upgrade for a month and then downgrade again if I need to. But Project Broadcast, you could make landing pages in there. You can do educational campaigns, customer care campaigns. You can do, hey, do you want on my promo list? I'll send you the details when they come, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And they know that's exactly what they're going to get from you.
Right.
You see big companies doing this all the time. Now you can do it too. You can look like a professional. You can add graphics and all the things. I really love that program. Super good education, like training on it. I taught
Mm-hmm.
myself almost all of it. I do have some friends that are experts in it that you can hire if you don't like want to take the time.
Right.
But for $15 a month, I mean, just think about that. 15 a month, I'm sending literally hundreds of messages, even when it's just a promo and then customer care.
Yep.
Like
All
I
automated.
automated. I don't get fatigued by it. And I would pay an assistant much more to do something like that for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Um, you get your own number. It's great. So Project Broadcast is my favorite. And then this new one, Brandie, you and I were
I'm
talking, and
excited. Yep.
Brandie made this comment. I wish I could organize my Facebook Messenger. I
Mm-hmm.
wish that there was some way to categorize people, because there's your church friends, your family, there's people you're working with on business, customers, team members. And I found it's called Genius Software, and it's Genius Connector. It's like a CRM, so you can keep notes and stuff in it. You can color code people, and then let's say I just go, like, I can open up Facebook, go to
Mm-hmm.
my friends list, and literally click and tag them. They're customer, 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 team member, team member, team member,
Yep.
potential customer, potential customer. Just tag, tag, tag. And then I can go into that actual software and write up a message, and it will send them out to me on a timed loop so it won't block me, right? It'll be like every
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes it will send one, or every 3 minutes it will send one out. And I actually program it to, I can make the messages a little different as well, and it just sends them out to me. I I said happy birthday, or I'm sorry, happy Easter to almost 80 people during the holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a click,
Yep.
and I didn't have to overthink it and be like, should I, shouldn't I, would they
Mm-hmm.
appreciate this? No, it doesn't matter. Like, I can send something like out that when I have promos, I have hundreds of people I need to send them to, and so over a matter of time I can just run it, and all I have to do is have my Facebook open, and this does it.
Yep.
So I can then go into a Facebook Messenger and categorize it. I can be like, just show me my potential customers, and then I can see them all. It's just really good. It's a good
Yes.
program. That cost me about 75 a month. But it also has, I can automate my birthday wishes. How much time are you spending
Right.
sending out your birthday wishes or feeling guilty because you skipped a day?
Mm-hmm.
Sending out birthdays is a great way to touch base with someone. Are they even on social media? If they don't respond, they
Mm-hmm.
might not be on social media
Right.
anymore. Um, do they want a relationship with you? You know, so that's a great conversational starters. Happy birthdays. To me, that's one of the pivotal things I want to do every day. And so this program, the Genius software, I can program it to send a
Mm-hmm.
DM or post on their wall or both.
Yeah.
I can have them do it before, during, or after their birthday. It's fantastic.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about checking out this software for my
Yes.
own business, right? Because yeah, like I'm definitely in like we're moving, I've got my own web design clients, like spending time on social media is like the last thing on my to-do list right now. And if I want to keep my business growing, over the summer while we're renovating, while we're moving, right? Like this is such a great strategy, and why I wanted to have Denise on here to share with you guys, because I know I'm not the only one who's going to be traveling or doing projects this summer, right? So how awesome would it be to get that time freedom back when social media, like all of us are building on social media in some form of fashion, whether you're a coach, whether you are in network marketing or whatever your industry is, it involves some sort of social media in it, and it's content collaboration and like messaging, right? So if you want to build a sustainable business, like you have to be showing up, you have to be having those messages and then build those collaborations with people. So I think this is such a great opportunity for those of you who are looking for ways to automate your business that is smart, that works for you. Like this is such a great way to do that. So I wanted to make sure that we had Denise on here before we kind of started diving into the summer months so that we could share with you this new way of building your business to get that time freedom back.
Yeah, you will love it. I mean, we'll be sending messages and sitting on the beach with our family,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
loving on people, collaborating, helping them, serving them,
Mm-hmm.
and stop overthinking and getting that fatigue of sending messages,
Right.
because it is fatiguing, and you want to be out there
Mm-hmm.
building other relationships like you're talking about. Like it's a funnel. You guys
Yep.
have heard of funnels, I'm sure. You're creating your own funnel for a way less money. And you're just helping people through the process and helping them find their next best yes.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that
Yeah.
might be, even if it's a no for you, that's okay. Um, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Because
And in
right,
our
like
coaching,
oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was gonna say, like, the biggest struggle for most people is just that first message. So if you can automate those first couple messages or those first couple touch points, and then, oh, hey, they're actually responding. Now you know who to spend your time on, and that's where you come in and like do the high touch. But it's just like getting those first few messages outgoing, and if you can automate that, like, makes everything else so much better. What
Yeah,
were you gonna
you
say,
can
Denise?
automate this program as well. We didn't even talk it. It's called Connector, but you can automate it so that when you do send a friend request, it will send them a DM as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's really not a lot of reason to send a Facebook message if you're
Right.
not going to have a message with it. Like if send a Facebook friend request if there's no
Mm-hmm.
message. If you really want them to follow you back,
Right.
you're already going to know that because hopefully you've already seen some of their posts or story flows or something, or reels, right? Reels are so big. I love reels.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll let you friend them and send them a DM for you. And then they know why you sent it. And it could be like, hey, I specialize in helping people build their online systems and strategies. If you want
Mm-hmm.
help, here's my group. Would love to have you in it.
Right.
Right. And so if you have a Facebook group, then they can just click on it and join the group, and they can friend you and all the good things.
Yeah. Awesome. Is there anything else, Denise, that you wanted to share before we ended our time together? Where can people find you, and how can they join your coaching program if that's something they're interested in?
You can find me on Facebook or Instagram, Denise K. Romney, on both of them. I will also provide you with my Facebook
Okay.
group if you just want to be in my group. I'm actually out of friends on Facebook. So you have to follow me or join my Facebook group. And be launching more of our coaching programs this summer. Right now, there's already some free like modules in the Facebook group under
Mm-hmm.
guides. So you can drop in there. Some of them are like how to find time to work your business, how to pick the right one, how to get more engagement on your social media is in there. I've got that in there already as well. I want to help people get their engagement up to about 30%, and the
Yeah.
average is about 5, so
Mm-hmm.
or less.
Yep. Yep. So true. And what is your group called? I don't know if you mentioned that.
The group is called Network Marketing Tips for Busy Moms.
Okay. Love it.
I have a group, I have a page, so I'll get you all the links and you can drop
Yep.
it before.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And I hope this conversation blessed you. And thank you so much, Denise, for your time. It was awesome catching up with you.
Thanks for having me. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We would love to hear from you. So please share your takeaways by tagging @LiveVictorious over on Instagram and leave a review.
This will help us get more visibility and reach more women like you for the kingdom. We appreciate you and are praying for you as you shine your light in the business world and rise to your purpose.